Yo guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about what your first 2 hires should be in your real estate wholesale business. That being said, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe because I'm putting in the work, pumping out these YouTube videos for you guys and posting them every week. So I'd really appreciate it if you're not subscribed. Please go and subscribe. That being said though, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so let's talk about what your first 2 hires should be. Let's start out with the first one, right? The first one is going to be an acquisition manager. You're going to need to hire one acquisition manager. Now it's very important that you hire this acquisition manager at the right time, at the right point in your business, at the right point in your scaling, right? You need to make sure you're hiring this acquisition manager not too early and not too late. So you need to watch out and look for signs of becoming overwhelmed and then make this hire. Now, how are you going to know when it's the right time to make this hire? When you're getting consistently 15 to 20 leads a day, you're going to be overwhelmed. You're not going to be able to talk to all these sellers and keep up on the follow-up with all these sellers. So that is going to be the point where it's right to hire an acquisition manager, when you are getting 15 to 20 leads a day. Now, you need to make sure that you are hiring this acquisition manager in an office. You do not want these people coming to your house. It's unprofessional and they won't take you serious unless you have an office. So I recommend hiring this acquisition manager at an office. It will ultimately make them do better and them support you and your business and respect you more if you hire people at an office. Alright, now when you make this acquisition manager hire, you need to make sure that you're giving them your time. If you want this person to at least be at 75 to 80% of your skill at closing deals and following up with sellers and all that, you need to make sure you put the time in training them properly. So be ready when you make this hire to spend a lot of time on training them. And don't feel like you're wasting your time and you need to be on the phones at the same time closing deals, because ultimately if you put the work in on training this acquisition manager, they will be able to close deals and they'll close more deals than you because all they have to focus on is closing deals. So it's worth your time to step away from some of the other things and train this manager, this acquisition manager that you hired well. Alright, so that's your first hire. It's very important to hire an acquisition manager when you're getting overwhelmed with following up with the sellers. You're getting consistently 15 to 20 leads a day. Now, what is your second hire going to be? Your second hire is going to be an admin. Now, this is going to come later on. You're probably going to have a couple acquisition managers at this point. You're going to be pumping out 3 to 5 deals a month or more, and you're going to be completely overwhelmed again. The reason why you're going to be completely overwhelmed again is because you're dealing with marketing, dispositions, transaction coordination, closing deals yourself, being the sales manager, training them, all of that. You're going to be completely overwhelmed, right? And that's the point where you notice that you're completely overwhelmed, where it's the time to hire an admin. Now you want to hire an admin that is completely organized, right? They know skills like Excel, Word, like that, maybe even bookkeeping skills, because they're going to be doing a lot of stuff like that. Also, if they have a background in real estate transaction coordination, that is a great person to bring onto the team as an admin as well. Now, what is this admin going to take off your hands, right? They're going to take off a bunch of transaction coordination. They're going to help you with dispo, right? They're going to do a ton of administrative work to help you and relieve the stress on you with all these small tasks. When you pass off these small tasks, you're freeing yourself up. You're freeing up time for you yourself as the business owner to work on the bigger picture, which is so important. If you're able to work on the bigger picture, your time will be 10x, right? And now when you're making these hires too, you're literally replicating your time. In these people, you're training him to do this one task that you were doing, and now he's doing it for 40 hours a week. Then you hire a second one. He's doing this for 40 hours a week. Now you got 80 hours, right, in 1 week. And now you hire this admin and you train her, and you were putting 20 hours of this work in a week, and now she's doing 40 a week, right? Or she or he is doing 40 a week. It's very important to hire an admin and hire acquisition managers at a certain point. And that's also why it's so important to make sure you're looking out and make sure you hire them at the right time. Too early could be costly for you because you can't afford it. when it's too early on, and then you run out of money and you have to let people go. As business owners, if somebody's a good employee and they do nothing wrong, we don't ever want to have to let them go. We want to build our success with them. And that's something important too. You need to have a good culture when you make these hires so people want to come work for you. They're happy to come work for you. They see the vision. You got to paint the picture for these 2 hires. Now, that being said, now your time's going to be freed up, right? You hired an acquisition manager, you hired a couple more, and now you hired an admin. So your acquisition managers are closing the deals. The admin is helping you with dispo, and she's dealing with all the transaction coordination. Now you have like more than half your time freed up. What are you going to work on now? You're going to work on diving in and research and development on different marketing strategies, right? Because you need to pump your sales floor with everything they need in order to close deals. And once you have the time to really focus on that picture, the bigger picture, providing these people to do what they do and close deals, your company will produce way more money. Way more money. So, that being said, I want to give you a little recap. So when you're getting about 10 to 15 leads a day and you're overwhelmed, you can't follow up with all the sellers, you're overwhelmed, there's too many sellers to follow up with, too many to talk to, you're going to be wanting to hire an acquisition manager when you're getting about 10 to 15 leads a day and you're overwhelmed. Now you're probably going to hire a couple more acquisition managers and you're going to get really overwhelmed again, with dispositions, transaction coordination, marketing, sales manager, all this, running the company. You're going to need to hire an admin. This admin is going to deal with tons of transaction coordination, dispo, and a ton of other administrative work to help you out and relieve these small tasks that you were doing in order to free up your time. Now you will be able to focus on the business more rather than in the business. So that's what's really cool about it. You're able to delegate, free up your time while actually having people do hundreds of hours of work for you and your company. That being said, if you guys have any questions, please comment down below. I'm still going to be cranking out these videos for you guys. I know last week I only posted 1 video and I try to post 2 every week, but I was training new hires and I'm building a studio actually back there where I'll film my YouTube videos from now on, and it should be done in about a week or 2. So that's why I've kind of been taking a break while I've been getting that ready, so that way once I'm doing these videos, they're way higher quality. So trying to up the quality, and I'm trying to build a place at the office where I can sit down and film these YouTube videos during the day. That way I can hopefully start posting more than 2 a week so I can keep teaching you guys skills that you will use to build a successful wholesale business just like I have. Alright guys, hopefully that YouTube video was helpful explaining what your first 2 hires should be. These are the first 2 hires that I have got in my business, and it has extremely been beneficial for me and my business, helping me scale. So if you haven't done it yet and you're overwhelmed and you're getting 10 to 15 leads a day or anything that I mentioned earlier in this video, it's time to hire. So make your hire, make the right hire, make sure you interview a bunch of people and don't just pick someone off the fly, because you want these people to be good assets for your company. That being said though, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe, like the video, comment down below what else you'd like to see or if you have any questions. And other than that, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Peace.